And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wichita Northwest High School for tonight's Greater Wichita Athletic League basketball matchup between the Falcons of Heights High and your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies. We are just starting the warm-up period here, as you can see on the floor. The boys warming up. We have a great pregame extravaganza for you, so stay with us. We're going to go right to it as we've got a lot to talk about. We'll be back after our coach's interview with head coach Andy Hill. NWHSGrizz.com, and this is Grizzly Basketball. Grizzlies basketball on the internet is brought to you in part by Andrew's Cleaning Service. Owned and operated by Andrew Dillon, they offer residential cleaning, apartment cleaning, commercial cleaning services, deep cleaning, construction and remodel cleanup, carpet cleaning, and much more. Whether it be a one-time cleanup job or regular service scheduled weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, Andrew's Cleaning Service is ready to take care of your cleaning needs. Andrew's Cleaning Service serves the greater Wichita metro area, including Derby, Hayesville, Mays, Goddard, and Valley Center. Check them out on the web at wichitacleaningservice.com or give Andrew a call for an estimate at 712-3883. We thank Andrew's Cleaning Service for their support of Grizzly basketball on the web. And good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. It is pregame show time here at Northwest High as we prepare to take on the boys' varsity contest against the Heights Falcons. And I'm joined now by head varsity boys coach Andy Hill. And, Coach, it's been a while since we've talked. In fact, you've played 4 games since we talked, and you're sporting a very, very impressive 8-4 record so far on the season.
Well, yeah, thanks, Kevin. First, I'd like to publicly apologize to you for missing our last meeting we were supposed to have. We had one scheduled, and it just completely slipped my mind, and so I do apologize for that.
No apology necessary.
Well, I know, but I very much appreciate everything you do and value your time, so I felt bad about that. But yeah, it's been a busy last couple weeks, and I think those 4 games you're talking about, we went 2-2 in those. So going back to that first one would have been Capon at home, and that one I thought we played well in stretches. We played hard. We just didn't do things down the stretch to close that one. They really hurt us on the boards with their size. We didn't rebound very well in that game, and just didn't get it done against a team. They're really playing, I think, some of their best basketball at this point in the year. They've kind of rebounded and are playing well.
And this is a Cape and Mount Carmel team that went to the state semifinals last year before they canceled the tournament. And all their big guns are back this year from last year's team, and in particular Grant Johnson.
Yeah, they returned. I think they only had one senior last year that played significant minutes. So, yeah, they had everybody back. They got off to a slow start this year. Part of it with a coaching change right before the season started, but they really are playing good ball. And Grant killed us. He getting in there and getting offensive rebounds, and then just he made a lot of plays that hurt us down the stretch. He's a really good player, and they've got several like that. So they're going to win a lot of ball games going down the stretch, and we hope when we get another shot at them, we can play a little bit better.
59-52 loss in that contest, but Grizzlies led in the third quarter in that contest. So we certainly were in the game, and we're playing with them despite the big size differential.
Yeah, we were, and then they stretched the lead out, through the third quarter, and we were I can't remember exactly the number it was, but we were trailing by quite a bit and made a decent run in the fourth, had it down to 3. Around 2 minutes left, and had it down to 3, and we had the ball, I think, and then we turned it over. Never got a look to get any closer than 3, but there's certainly a lot we could learn from that game.
then the best part of the season, or one of the best parts of the season as far as I'm concerned. It's always fun, tournament time, because you get an opportunity to go to a place you might not go otherwise, and you get to play teams that you would not see otherwise during the regular year.
Yeah. Tournaments, it's always a good kind of test in that matter of playing some teams. You get, from the coaching standpoint, the experience of preparing for an opponent that you don't see all the time, which can be valuable when you get ready for sub-state or if you're lucky enough state play. So we saw Mays in that first game on Thursday. Very, very good basketball team. They've got one loss on the year. That was a loss for us that I think it exposed a few things to us. And it's one that we're hoping at the end of the year when we look back, we can look at that Mays game and say, hey, that was something that turned things around for us. And not that we were having a bad year, but I think that we learned some things about ourselves that night, things that we've got to be better at and really commit more, especially on the defensive end. And hopefully that can be kind of a turning point for us to take that next step going down the stretch.
Must have worked, because you had two more games, and that was the first game of the tournament was Mays. You had games against North High out of the City League and Topeka Seaman over the next 2 days, and did a great job handling both those teams.
Yeah, we played well after that, and I think the guys had kind of a renewed focus defensively, and just playing the way that we want to play, more to our potential on that side of the ball. So hopefully that's something we can continue with and carry with us as we move forward here.
Is defense at this time of the season more important than offense?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I would ever say that either one phase is more important than the other. I think they kind of work hand in hand. So for us, we know we've got some talented players that when we play the right way offensively in terms of sharing the ball and having good spacing, we can score. We just got to stay committed and focused defensively. That's been the issue for us. So I think in terms of importance for us, it's important that we focus in a little bit more on the defensive side of the ball, because I think that can, if you do take care of that, that can lead to some offensive things as well.
One of the things you have going for you on offense on this squad is that the opponent cannot zone in, if you will, on one specific player, try and shut that player down, and then take your chances with everybody else, because your scoring on this team is so balanced. And I was just looking at the stats of some of the players. Your leading scorer is David Duncan at a little over 12 points a game. Hoover's got 9.8. McGee's got 8.7. You go up and down that lineup, and it's very, very balanced. There's no 20-point shooter here and then very low on everybody else. It's balanced all the way down, and that's got to work in your favor going forward.
Yeah, we hope so. I mean, it's a fun type of style to coach, and a fun group to be around, because they are unselfish. They do recognize the different strengths of each individual player and how those individual strengths contribute to making us all stronger. So it's a nice thing to know that on any given night we could have one of 9 guys potentially be the leading scorer. And, most importantly is those guys don't care who it is. I mean, we don't have any guy on this team that comes out into a game and thinks, well, I need to get mine. I need to go and make sure that I get 15 shots and that I get my 20 points or whatever. They really, truly just care about winning, and they enjoy playing this style and playing together. So I think it does make us more difficult to guard.
We'll get into tonight's game against Heights in just a moment. We're going to take a quick time out here for a sponsor message, and then we'll be back with head coach Andy Hill. We'll talk about tonight's game against Heights. Floodman Family Law is dedicated exclusively to the resolution of family law disputes. Whether it be divorce, spousal maintenance, paternity, child custody, child support, property division, protection from abuse, or other family law related matters, they hope that you will give them the opportunity to help you. They are committed to zealously representing your interests, and they take pride in fully responding to your questions and concerns quickly, as they understand that divorce and child custody matters can be very trying. They believe that their representation and the support of their excellent and experienced staff will make this difficult time for you a little less challenging. Check out Floodman Family Law at floodmanfamilylaw.com or call for a consultation at 269-1950. Floodman Family Law is a proud supporter of Grizzly basketball on the World Wide Web. Back with head coach Andy Hill at Northwest, where tonight the Heights Falcons come in for their annual visit. Coach, you played Heights tough at their place, and Joe Auer's got another great team over there.
Yeah, he certainly does. They've got size kind of at all 5 spots on the floor. They've got size and length. They're shooting the ball better this year. I think that's been one big phase of their improvement from last year, is that they've got some guys that can knock down some perimeter shots. Very aggressive defensively. They'll run a lot of zone, give us different looks out of zones and trapping and things like that. But they're a good team. This is a big one for a few reasons. City League standings, and then also they're in our sub-state group. And right now our records are very similar. So in terms of sub-state seeding, things like that, it's a big one tonight.
I know it's a little bit early to talk about playoffs, but you mentioned that Heights is in our playoff group. Does beating a Heights team that is already in your sub-state group tonight, is that an advantage of any kind going forward in playoff?
Well, in terms of seeding, it would be. I mean, it definitely helps out in the head-to-head, and hopefully if we can get that higher seed in the group, then we would get to host a game or two, and could set us up potentially for a more favorable first-round matchup, depending on how things play out. So.
And then, of course, the other issue that I have to bring up, and I don't know if it makes any difference at all, but I'm going to mention it, is that since you and I spoke last, the semester ended. We're in a new semester, and now we have kids back in the building again. What does that mean to athletes in general and to basketball players in particular?
Well, in our district, they've decided that athletes need to continue learning remotely as a safety measure due to COVID. So our players, nothing has really changed for them as far as how they're learning. It's been the same, and they have to stay remote until 2 weeks after our season gets over, and then they can potentially return if they choose to. It's been different for us in the building. As from a teaching standpoint, it's been really nice to have kids back in. It just adds more energy in the building. It's the reason I got into education is to teach kids in my room, and so it's been nice for me. I'm glad they're back. And all the teachers are back in the building as opposed to trying to teach everybody remotely from home. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. Okay.
Well, you have Heights tonight, and here we go. We pick it right up where we left off before the tournament, and a tough game tonight. We want to wish you and the team the best of luck. Need to ask, anybody hurt?
No, we are healthy, fortunately, knock on wood, and ready to go. So we're excited for this stretch run. We've got one game left against everybody in the league, and a lot can happen in those 8 games. We're excited to get back to work.
Best of luck tonight. Let's get a W and look forward to a visit before our next game.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it.
Head coach Andy Hill on the pregame show. Stay tuned after this quick timeout. We'll have more pregame activity before tonight's game against the Heights Falcons boys varsity squad. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys basketball. Credit Union of America is a proud sponsor of Grizzly basketball on the internet. Credit unions are different from banks. Credit unions are non-for-profit, and their net income after expenses is returned to the members in the form of dividends and/or new financial services. A for-profit bank has its income returned to a small group of stockholders. Headquartered in Wichita, Kansas, Credit Union of America was officially chartered on March 6, 1935, as the Wichita City Teachers Credit Union. In 1974, the name changed to Credit Union of America to reflect a membership that is now open to members across the country. The staff of Credit Union of America stands ready to serve you with all of your financial needs. Check them out at cuofamerica.com or call 265-3272 to speak to a friendly representative. And we are back at Northwest High, and still counting down to the opening play of this varsity contest between the Grizzlies and the Heights High Falcons. We welcome you aboard. My name is Kevin Arkin. I'm joined by our executive producer, Shane Monroe, and we are a short-handed bunch tonight, as it is just Shane and I here, so we've had to do a little bit of compromising. We're going to give you the best pictures we absolutely positively can, and I guarantee you're tuning in to what should be a very exciting contest. Two well-matched teams. Heights comes in 8-5 on the season. Grizzlies 8-4 on the season, each with 8 games remaining in their regular season schedule. Grizzlies have started a 4-game homestand with this game here tonight. They will take on Heights tonight, and they still have coming in, they have North on Friday, and we'll bring that one to you as well. And then next week on Tuesday and Friday, we will have Bishop Carroll and Southeast in that order. And then that will wrap up our webcast for the regular season, as the final games, 4 games of the season, are on the road. We're anticipating the playing of the national anthem, and then the introduction of the starting lineups. We'll go through those with you as well as they are introduced. And we're about ready to get this one underway here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
And that's the national anthem, and now the introduction of the starting lineups. We will start with the Heights High Falcons. Brockton Frierson, number 1, comes out for the Falcons. He'll be followed by number 10, A.J. Neal. Number 11, Tyron Miller. Also starting for the Falcons, number 22, Draylon Kemp. And finally, number 23, T.J. Williams, and that's the starting 5 for the Falcons here tonight. Now your starting lineup for your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies. Number 3, 5'10" guard, junior Jeremiah Moore. Followed by number 5, a senior 6'3" forward, David Duncan. Number 11, Todrick McGee is a 6'1" senior forward. Number 24, Braden Verbeck, a senior 6-foot guard. And finally, a senior forward, number 31, Ethan Yandel, a 6'3" senior. And that'll be the 5 on the floor as we start the game here for you tonight. Heights will start the game inbounding the ball on the alternating possession rule, a change in the rules for this year. There's no opening tip because of COVID. So Heights will inbound first, and we're about ready to get this one underway. Because we are shorthanded tonight, we don't have all of the fine graphics that Shane Monroe normally puts up for you, so keeping in mind that the clock is going to be hard to see on your picture as he's following play, we'll make sure you're abreast of score, time, fouls, and etc. We're underway here with Heights and the ball. Neal has it for the Falcons. Around the horn it goes on the far side there to Miller. He dishes it back out now. And Miller with it again. Pulls it all the way back out. They'll reset their offense. Man-to-man defense for the Grizzlies as they start here in the first quarter. Over on the near side is Miller. Miller dishes it underneath. Kemp couldn't make it go. Gets his rebound, and that basket will not count. TJ Williams got called for a foul, going up for the rebound, and it turns the ball over to the Grizzlies. No score, 7:20 to go. First quarter just underway. Glad you're with us wherever you are on planet Earth, and we want to welcome everybody. Verbeck with it. Jeremiah Moore now over to Duncan. Into the corner it goes to Yandel, back into McGee, and back to Yandel, who puts up a 3. Count it! Ethan Yandel puts the Grizzlies on top 3-0. Loose ball on the floor is going to go out of bounds. It will turn over to the Grizzlies here. And we have a sub already as Palmer comes in for the Falcons. And he will replace, not sure who came out. We'll check that out for you. Jeremiah Moore brings it across the timeline. 6:40 to go, first quarter. Grizzlies up 3-0. Duncan on the far side, passes it into the paint. Yandel sends it back out to Jeremiah Moore. He's got a man guarding him. A 3-2 zone being played by Heights here in the early going. All the way around to McGee in the corner. Todrick dishes it to Duncan. And pass gets away, is taken back there by the Falcons on the turnover. They'll bring it up. Miller with it. Top of the key, sets up the play. Over here on the near side, A.J. Neal with it. Dishes it back off, and now there's a long 3 attempt off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Duncan, and here come the Grizzlies back. Chance to extend their lead. Under the basket to Duncan, back out to Moore, into the corner. Verbeck puts it up for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Falcons. And I thought they had called a foul. Evidently, someone standing on the baseline. It'd just be an inbound pass for the Falcons. Underneath to A.J. Neal, puts it up, misses. There's a putback, though. Nice job that time by Palmer, and he puts Heights on the board. McGee over to Jeremiah Moore. 3-2, Grizzlies lead. 5:20 to go, first quarter. Verbeck sends it across to Moore. Moore drives into the paint, puts it up left-handed, doesn't go. Rebounded by the Falcons, and here comes Heights back now with it. Neal with it on the near side. Sends it back out to Kemp. Kemp to Frierson. Back now to Miller. To Frierson. Puts up an 8-footer. It bounces off the rim. No good. And we have a whistle and a foul, I believe, on the rebound. Braylon Kemp gets called for his first, team's second foul. It's a common foul. Grizzlies get the ball. Inbounded by Duncan to Moore. 4:45 to go, first quarter. Grizzlies scored first on a three-pointer. Nothing since. And a putback after a nice alley-oop play by David Duncan, and it extends the lead 5-2. Heights inbounds it. High pressure being put on by the Grizzlies here, and it's taken away by McGee. He goes up, his shot is blocked, and it will stay with Northwest. McGee will inbound, 4:22 to go in the first. 5-2, Grizzlies lead, and they have the ball. On the far side, Verbeck puts up a three, off the heel, no good. And McGee comes down, they call it jump ball, it'll belong to Northwest on the alternating possession. McGee literally went up backwards. And a nice job of maintaining the possession. Jeremiah Moore takes the inbound pass, passes it to McGee. McGee looking for help under the basket. Tried to get it to Yandel. He couldn't handle it, and it turns over. Here come the Falcons back now. A.J. Neal sends one across the way to Miller. Miller, a three-pointer doesn't go. Rebound doesn't go. And a third rebound by McGee. Here comes Moore with it. Moore off the glass and doesn't fall. David Duncan gets the rebound. Grizzlies are swarming all over the boards here in the early going. Moore, a three. Short. Who's got the rebound? Looks like Heights will come away with it. And David Duncan, what a job by David Duncan to get the ball, but he couldn't stay in bounds doing it. It will stay with Heights. And we have some substitutions coming in. We'll give you the new lineup for the Grizzlies as they changed out almost everybody. Duncan stays in, number 5. Kevin Brown, 25, in with him. Carson Arndt, number 2. DeMarcus Hoover, 1. And that's the 5 on the floor for the Grizzlies here late in the first quarter. Underneath pass to Miller, and he lays it in for 2. And it's 5-4 Grizzlies, 3:20 to go. And we have a timeout being taken. I believe it's been taken by Heights. And it's a 30-second timeout. 3:20 to go in the first, 5-4. Grizzlies lead. This is NWHSGrizz.com, and you're watching Grizzly basketball. Are you considering a remodeling job at home? Do either your kitchen, bathroom, or den need a new countertop? Consider Keystone Solid Surfaces. They are the premier fabricator and installer of quartz and granite products. You can check them out at KeystoneSolidSurfaces.com or give them a call at 778-1566. That's Keystone Solid Surfaces. Grizzlies with the ball. Tayshawn Williams in the game, number 13. I think I failed to mention him. He's got it, drives into the paint, puts one up, and count it. Tayshawn Williams gets on the scoreboard. It's 7-4 Grizzlies. There's a long pass and an easy lay-in by Neal. 7-6 the score. Hoover gets the rebound off the miss. David Duncan back now to Hoover. Hoover in the paint to Brown. Brown to Williams. Ball gets knocked out of play, and they say it went off of Williams, and it will belong to the Falcons. Todrick McGee comes back in now for Northwest. He'll replace David Duncan, who gets a rest. 7-6, Grizzlies lead, 2:36 remaining, first quarter. Heights brings the ball up under tremendous pressure. Now they get it across the timeline. Neal with it to Miller. Miller gets it back out of the corner. And back over to Neal. Now on the far side. Nice move and an easy lay-in that time for Frierson. And Heights gets its first lead of the game. It's 8-7. Williams with it. 1-2-2 zone. They break it with McGee, and he puts it in. Todrick McGee gives the Grizzlies the lead back, and now he steals the inbound pass. Carson Arndt for three off the rim, no good. And a foul called on the rebound. It's on Brown. That's his first. It's the first team foul of the half for the Grizzlies. Heights has two. Falcons will inbound with 1:49 remaining in the first quarter, trailing by one. We want to welcome everybody from the Heights community who might be watching this contest tonight. We're glad to have you on board. Wherever you are, there's a three ball counted by Harris. And Heights leads by two. Williams into Brown, back out to Arndt, over to Hoover on the far side now. Clear across to McGee, will do it again. Williams with it. Sends it out to Carson Arndt. Into Brown. Over to Hoover. Hoover driving the baseline, and what do we have here? Did he step out? He did indeed step out, and it will turn the ball over to the Falcons. Miller with it for Heights. Long one in deep to Kemp, and he traveled with it. Yes, he did. And that was actually Harris, not Kemp. And it will turn over to the Grizzlies. Now A.J. Neal comes back in, and Harris comes out. Williams with the ball after the inbound from Todrick McGee. 3-2 zone being played by Heights again. Williams with it. Cross to Hoover. They get it into McGee. McGee puts it up from 8 feet and count it. McGee has 4 points. Grizzlies tied 11-11 with Heights with 48 seconds to go. Miller drives the paint, dishes it off. Spin move, up against three people, shot blocked. Brown gets the rebound. Here come the Grizzlies back, looking to break the tie before the end of the quarter. And they may pull it back out here and play for one with 27 to go in the first. And that's exactly what head coach Andy Hill has told them to do, is to play for one. 17 to go. Five to go. Into Brown, laying it in off the glass, and it doesn't go, but he was fouled, and he will go to the line and shoot a pair with 2.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Would have been nice if that had rolled in. He could go for the three-point play. So he'll have to do it the hard way and get a couple of free throws. The first one is short. Come on, Kevin, give us the lead. And he makes 1 out of 2. Grizzlies lead 12-11, 2.5 to go. Intercepted. Hoover for 3. Oh, and it rims in and out. No good. And that's our score at the end of one. Grizzlies lead the Heights Falcons 12-11. You're watching NWHGrizz.com. This is Grizzly basketball. Credit Union of America is a proud sponsor of Grizzly basketball on the internet. But what is a credit union? It's a non-for-profit institution where the net... Oh. We have a technical, I believe. Not sure what happened here. Hoover makes 1 out of 2. That'll make it a 13-11 score at the end of the first quarter. And my apologies to the nice folks at Credit Union of America for interrupting their spot. But we will tell you that they've been around a long time. Since 1935, they were founded as the Wichita City Teachers Credit Union. And in 74, they changed their name to Credit Union of America to reflect the membership that is now open to members across the county. The staff of Credit Union of America stands ready to serve you with all of your financial needs. Check them out at cuofamerica.com or call 265-3272 to speak to a friendly representative. We thank Credit Union of America for their support of Grizzly basketball on the World Wide Web. Heights will inbound to start the second quarter here, trailing 13-11 to the Grizzlies. Only timeout taken in the first quarter was taken by Heights, and the Falcons have 4 team fouls. The Grizzlies have 1, and that's the game reset. We'll give you the 5 on the floor for the Grizzlies here in just a moment. Neal has it for the Falcons. Now around the horn, Miller has it. Kemp drives into the paint, dishes it back out to Miller. Frierson with it. Gives it to Williams. Now to Miller. Miller drives to the paint, dishes it off. Kemp back to Miller. And this is the best version of a 4-corner offense I've seen in a long time. Now, finally, a shot for 3 missing by Miller. He gets his own rebound, dishes it off. Here's another long 3, in and out, no good. Putback is good, though, by Kemp. And Kemp gets his first points of the night, and we're tied at 13. On the floor for the Grizzlies, Jeremiah Moore, number 3, David Duncan, number 5, Todrick McGee, 11, Braden Verbeck, 24, and Ethan Yandel, number 31. And there's a basket by McGee. That's his 6th point of the night, and the Grizzlies take the lead again. Brierson goes up, and a great block. Grizzlies come away with it. Verbeck to Duncan. Duncan in the corner now. Will get it back out. And McGee has it top of the key. Gives it to Jeremiah Moore. Moore over to Duncan on the far side. Into the paint it goes. McGee up, missing this time. Rims in and out. Rebounded by the Falcons. And we're going to have either traveling or a foul. And it's a foul on Todrick McGee. That's his first. Second team foul of the half. 6:05 remaining. Second quarter. Grizzlies 15. Heights 13. Williams will inbound for the Falcons. Gives it to Miller. Same 5 on the floor for the Grizzlies. No changes. And no changes for Heights either at this point. A.J. Neal thought about a 3 and then pulled it back down. Kemp back out to Neal. Neal takes his 3, and it's nothing but net. A.J. Neal has 5 points. Grizzlies trail 16-15. In the corner, Duncan back out to Moore. Here's the 3-2 zone again by the Falcons. Verbeck across the way now. Moore has it. Looking for some help. Braden comes back. Takes the ball. Top of the key. We'll do it all over again. Over to Moore. Moore, a long 3. Count it! Jeremiah Moore gets on the scoreboard and gives the Grizzlies a 2-point lead. 5:08 remaining. And a foul's been called. They called a foul after the basket on David Duncan, I believe. Third team foul on the Grizzlies. Heights brings it down. And a turnover. He stepped out of bounds, bringing the ball up. It'll turn over to Northwest. Verbeck will inbound to Tayshawn Williams, who's cut back in the game for the Grizzlies, having replaced Yandel. Carson Arndt also back on the floor, number 2. Kevin Brown, 25. DeMarcus Hoover, number 1. Braden Verbeck still out there for the Grizzlies, and that's the 5 on the floor for your Grizzlies as Williams gets a dunk for his first basket, and we're tied at 18. 4:30 to go till halftime. Tayshawn Williams dishing it to Hoover under the basket to Brown. He goes up and he's fouled on the way up. Brown will go to the line and shoot 2. That's the 5th team foul on the Falcons. 3 for the Grizzlies. Brown's first one is good. And he's 2 out of 3. Make that 3 out of 4 from the free throw line for Kevin Brown. 20-18 the score. Kemp dishing it off. Lots of high pressure here. Williams driving underneath, and he stepped on the baseline again. That's the second time in 2 possessions that he's done that. Grizzlies will inbound. Williams to Verbeck, back to Williams. 3-2 zone already in place by the Falcons. Hoover. Williams for 3, a rainbow off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Hoover, underneath to Brown. Back out to Williams. Good job of ball control by the Grizzlies here on this possession. Brown over to Arndt. Arndt drives it, dishes it off. DeMarcus Hoover, short. And this rebound is going to go out of bounds. That should stay with Northwest, and it will. 3:40 to go, second quarter, 20-18 Grizzlies. Invite you to stay with us at halftime. Carson Arndt misses a 3, and it's rebounded by Kemp, former head coach of the soccer program. Bobby Bribieska will be our halftime guest tonight. And we've got something in particular we're going to talk to him about. Verbeck thought about putting it up and changed his mind. Hoover in the corner with it. To Arndt, and now out to Verbeck, and around the horn we go to Williams. Back out to Verbeck. In the paint, Williams for 3. Puts up a rainbow, misses everything. And here comes Heights back, and a near steal by Williams. A great play by the youngster. He knocks it out of bounds. It will stay with the Falcons. 20-18 Grizzlies. 2:59 to go till halftime. Roland Reed in the game for, well, that's Rolando Reed, in the game for the Falcons, who just inbounded it, number 21. Around the horn we go. Miller has it on the near side. He puts up a 12-footer and count it. Miller has 4 points, and we're tied at 20. This is exactly what we expected tonight. Jeremiah Moore for 3. He has 6 points all in this quarter. Grizzlies lead. Duncan, nice save. DeMarcus Hoover, dunk it, you bet. Hoover gives the Grizzlies their biggest lead of the game, and now a charging foul has been called. Foul is called on number 13. Number 30, excuse me. It had to be number 30. They don't have a 13. Timeout has been taken on the floor by the Falcons. That's the second timeout that they've taken in this quarter. Grizzly basketball on the internet is brought to you in part by Andrews Cleaning Service, owned and operated by Andrew Dillon. They offer residential cleaning, apartment cleaning, commercial cleaning services, deep cleaning, construction, and remodel cleanup, carpet cleaning, and much more. Whether it be a one-time cleanup job or regular service scheduled weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, Andrews Cleaning Service is ready to take care of your cleaning needs. Andrews Cleaning Service serves the greater Wichita metro area. Check them out at wichitacleaningservice.com or give Andrew a call for an estimate at 721-3883. And that's actually 712-3883. I misspoke. 712-3883. Grizzlies inbound, 2:15 to go. They lead by 5. Jeremiah Moore, number 3. David Duncan, number 5. Toddrick McGee, 11. Ethan Yandel, number 31. Rims one in and out. And who did I miss but David Duncan, number 5, I believe is who DeMarcus Hoover is still out there, and that's the 5 on the floor for your Grizzlies for the final 2 minutes of the first half. Ball goes out of bounds. It will turn over to the Falcons. They make a quick substitution. Miller has it with McGee draped all over him. Putting on some pressure. Gets it across the timeline. Around the horn we go. A 3-ball put up and missed by Harris. Rebounded by the Falcons. Another 3 rims in and out. This time it's taken back by David Duncan, and he's fouled. And is that the 7th team foul? It is. That will put the Grizzlies in the 1-1. And Duncan will go to the line and shoot free throws. 1:34 remaining. First half. Grizzlies lead 25-20. And here comes David Duncan's first free throw attempt of the night. And it's good. He'll get his bonus now. And he makes them both. 27-20. Grizzlies by a touchdown. Here we go. Heights inbounds it. Oh, Duncan almost stole it, but he fouled in the process. That'll be his second. He'll probably come out now. He will. Braden Verbeck will go back into the game for him. Hoover's in there. McGee. Verbeck. Jeremiah Moore. And Yandel. And there's one getting deflected out of bounds by the Grizzlies. It will stay with Northwest. I'm going to stay with Heights, excuse me. Northwest leads 27-20. Biggest lead of the game is right now. They did trail at one point by as many as 4 in the first quarter. Kemp with it for the Falcons to Neal in the paint. A pass for a dunk. Nice assist. Kemp gets the dunk. Jeremiah Moore cans a 3. He has 9 points, all in this quarter. 43 seconds remaining till halftime. Grizzlies by 7. Moore just committed his first personal. That is the 6th team foul of the half for the Grizzlies, so it's a common foul. Williams dishes it off to Reed. Williams with it again. Harris now. Dishing back out to Neal. Neal, long 3 on the far side, rims out and no good. Williams gets it back, looking to shoot it. Nice job by Yandel, so he dishes it off instead. There's Neal with a 3-point attempt. It misses, but the putback is good by Harris. And 5 seconds to go now. Grizzlies lead by 5. Verbeck for 3. Off the rim, no good, and that's the way the first half will end. And at the end of one half of play, it's Northwest 29, Heights 24. You're watching NWHSGrizz.com, and this is Grizzly Basketball. The coach, Bobby Berbieska, will be our guest here in 60 seconds or so stay with us for our halftime extravaganza.
Hey Grizzly Nation, this is Eric Hofer-Holdeman, your principal at Northwest High School. Did you know Grizzly Pride is the combined booster club and PTO here at Northwest? They support both athletics and academics. We're asking you to join Grizzly Pride this year. Due to these extraordinary times, Grizzly Pride doesn't have the same fundraising opportunities they normally have, and we need you to join and offer your donation to help Grizzly Pride out. Go to our Northwest webpage, join today. Go Grizzlies.
Back at Northwest High, Grizzlies lead at halftime 29-24 over the visiting Heights Falcons, and we knew this was going to be a barn burner, and the game has lived up to its potential. A one-point game at the end of the first quarter. Grizzlies came on fire here in the second quarter, and the second half should be great, so stay with us. Here at halftime, we're joined by one of Northwest's elder statesmen and favorite sons, former head coach Bobby Berbieska. Bobby, welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you. And one of the reasons why I wanted you to come tonight was, we've talked about it over on soccer broadcasts as well as football and here too, but you had a tremendous honor placed upon you in the spring when they named the Varsity Soccer Stadium after your family in a ceremony that was it was wonderful and very well deserved, and congratulations again on that. And the reason I'm bringing it up is that today the signage went up.
Right. First of all, I'm very humble for it. I'd like to thank Eric Holderman, our principal, and our AD, Lance Deckinger, for making that happen because, I look at it like this. Northwest was my home for 41 years. And you got that cliche that always says, your home is your sanction. Well, Northwest was part of that sanction. I'd love to be here. I think it's a great school. I tell people all the time that if you want to put your kids in a good public high school, you go to Wichita Northwest because it ranks high on academics, the standards are high, and 95% of our teachers are master teachers. It's a good place to grow up and be a winner.
And, one of those teachers is standing right over there behind that camera, and that be our executive producer, right, Mr. Monroe. He does a wonderful job with those kids. Shane, you're holding a picture. I don't know if we can get that in front of the camera, but this is a picture that was taken today of the signage that was placed on. This is on the back of the concession building, and if you come in Tyler Road, first of all, you can see that from Tyler Road during the daytime because I did when I got here this evening, and a beautiful job. It's a shaved aluminum type finish on the lettering, and everybody knows who Bobby Berbieska is. Bobby.
Well, I'm humbled. I think I owe a big thank you to my wife as well because for 41 years she's been beside me the whole time. So I love that lady and my family. But I'm very humbled, and I say thank you to everybody.
Well, and again, it's certainly well deserved, and I know you're going to be in the stands this spring as a spectator.
I think I missed maybe one home game this last season, but I'll tell you what, I don't miss getting ready for a practice, and I don't miss scouting teams, but what I do miss is coaching the game. I think it's a beautiful game, and that's why I come watch Austin Clifton coach. He's done a great job with the kids in the fall with the guys, and I think he's going to do a great job with the girls as well.
It's going to be an interesting spring because last year when the season by COVID, we went ahead and had our senior night ceremony in July so that we could give our seniors a walk, and we had 11 of them, a very high number of seniors last year. This year, so far, we have one.
Well, it's good to have the experience. If you have a large number of seniors who've got the experience, been there with the coach for 4 years, they kind of know the system, so it makes it easier. Not only that, they're leaders, but if you only got one, that's okay because, somebody's got to pick it up. You don't have to be a captain to be a senior or be a leader. A freshman could do that. So you look for the right personality. I think Austin's going to find somebody good.
And the soccer schedule was just made public in the last day or two. I've seen it, and I have it here somewhere, and I didn't get it out in time before you and I went on together. But I know that the girls have an extremely competitive schedule, not knowing what's going to happen with the Titan, whether that's going to be played this year or not. They have a trip to Manhattan this year. They are hosting Washburn Rural 2 days after that, and they also have to play Wichita Trinity and Mays in their non-league schedule. So they've got another tough schedule, and you always wanted to have a good schedule when you were coaching.
I think if you're going to compete in a state tournament, you have to play a schedule that is a state tournament schedule because that's the only way we're going to learn. And I think Northwest has always done that. We don't hide from teams. We want to play the best, so maybe we can learn from those experiences and make us better as we go. So, yeah, Manhattan's a great team. They got a lot of tradition, and Grenso over there at Topeka Washburn, they go to the Final Four, seems like every year in boys and girls. So that's a very good game for us, and I think we're going to do all right. I think Austin's the guy that can come in here and do good stuff for Northwest.
And he's got a great assistant in Christina Commons as well, and she's got years of experience coaching girls soccer with you and with Austin both. So, the coaching staff is solid.
Well, what I like about Coach Commons is she played at Emporia State, was a starter there for 4 years, and a good math teacher here, so you got a good rapport with the kids all day. Not only that, the kids love her. They play for her, and she does a very good job of getting the team chemistry together. She's a great coach, and I'm glad she's here.
As we all are. So, and we miss you. I don't mind telling you that. As much as we love Austin and we love Art Shook with the boys and Christina with the girls, we miss having you out there, and we miss you in that director's chair sitting in front of the dugout every game. That's been that's been your trademark for 40 years.
Well, thank you. I think that goes back to our administration here. You have to do something right to be at one school for 41 years. And not only that, my players, my parents, big supporters of the program. They were there. They've been with me for all these years, and committee work. I mean, I owe it to the parents. They've done a lot of stuff for me and for the program.
Head coach Bobby Bribieska, Hall of Famer. Congratulations again on the nomenclature and getting the sign put up, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the soccer season this spring.
Thank you, Kevin. I just want to encourage all the fans out there to come out and support all the Northwest athletic programs. Because we're a good school. We got great athletes, and our football team has had 3 great years. They're fun to watch. Our basketball team now is playing for a City League championship. So we got good teams, good players. Our bowling team's outstanding, number 1 in the state. So we got a lot of good things happening with our athletic program. So come out and support the kids.
Absolutely. Thanks, Coach, for joining us here at halftime. We have 1 minute to go. There's the buzzer until the start of the second half, and I'm gonna ask Mr. Monroe to swing the camera back onto the real stars, which are the kids on the floor, and we'll regroup here and get ready for the second half of action. Thanks, Bobby. Thank you for doing that. In the second half, Northwest will inbound to start play and on the alternating possession rule. Leading by 5, 29-24 over the Heights Falcons. And you might recall that when we traveled to Heights early in the season, the Grizzlies fell to the Falcons on the last play of the game. So this is by far not over. Grizzlies are going to have to play their best here in the second half. On the floor for Northwest, the starters: Jeremiah Moore, number 3, David Duncan, number 5, Braden Verbeck, 24, Todrick McGee, 11, and Ethan Yandel, number 31. That's the 5 on the floor for your Grizzlies here in the third quarter. We are underway. Grizzlies playing from right to left here in the second half. And again, the Grizzlies, of course, in their home whites. The Falcons in their road blacks with red numerals and white trim. David Duncan to Yandel in the corner. Yandel has it knocked out of his hand. It goes out of play. It will stay with Northwest. David Duncan will inbound to McGee, over to Moore. 3-2 zone again for the Falcons. They've played that the whole game. And the Grizzlies have done a good job up until now of beating that zone. They turned it over this time. Williams intercepted the pass, brings it up the floor. Now there's Miller with it. He gives it over here to Frierson on the near side. Back to Kemp. Grizzlies playing pretty much man-to-man here. There's a long 3 off the heel, no good. It's going to go out of bounds. And a nice play by the cheerleader. It will turn over to Northwest. Want to send a shout out to Haley Miller up in the Ottawa, Kansas area, who is, we know, is watching the proceedings here tonight. Her younger sister is one of the cheerleaders for the Falcons. Glad to have you on board, Haley Miller and family. Miller brings it back after the turnover. Still no scoring in this half. Frierson looking for some help. And now a long 3 is off the rim, no good. Put back by Neal, counted. Neal gets the rebound, puts it home, and it's 29-26. Grizzlies with 6:10 to go in the third. Yandel puts it up, short. Rebounded by Frierson. And he brings it across the timeline. Now he dishes it off to Miller. Miller, top of the key with it. Round and round we go. Where we stop, Frierson, Miller, Neal, Frierson. They're just doing that to see if I'm going to mess the names up. Miller, off the glass, count it. And is the foul is prior to the shot on David Duncan. No basket on the play, and that makes it a common foul. Duncan will come out. DeMarcus Hoover will come in. Duncan's sitting down now with his 3 fouls. Jeremiah Moore into McGee. McGee puts it up, count it. Todrick McGee has 11 to lead the Grizzlies in scoring. In fact, that leads all scorers right now. Now they have a whistle. I don't know if they've called a foul. They did. They called it on Yandel. Second team foul of the third quarter. Williams will inbound. And no, he won't because he's been replaced by Palmer. So it will be Kemp inbounding. Sends it across the way there to Neal. Neal will bring it across the timeline. Dishes it off to Frierson. Frierson into Kemp. Kemp back into Neal and easy lay-in. Great pass that time by Frierson. 31-28, Grizzlies lead, 4:55 remaining, third quarter. Yandel has his pass intercepted. And just like that, the Grizzlies get it back, and this one is knocked out. It will stay with Northwest. So 2 intercepted passes within seconds of one another. Jeremiah Moore, top of the key with it, 3-2 zone by the Falcons, not to be a broken record. That has been their defense for the game. And a 3-point bomb by Jeremiah Moore. He has 14 in the game. Grizzlies lead by 6, 4:20 to go. Neal into the corner, now to Miller. Miller dishes it off to Kemp. Kemp puts it up and it goes. I don't know how it went down, but it did. He's got 6. And the lead is 4. No basket. We have a foul on the play. I think it's on Kemp. It is on Draylon Kemp. That's his second. Team's first. Grizzlies send in Carson Arndt and Tayshawn Williams to replace Braden Verbeck and Todrick McGee. Also in the game, DeMarcus Hoover, Jeremiah Moore, and Kevin Brown just came in as well. That's the 5 on the floor here in the third quarter for your Grizzlies. Jeremiah Moore directing traffic. Arndt and Brown trade places. Moore in the paint to Hoover. Dishes it off to Williams. Williams drives off the glass. Get in there. It doesn't go. And here comes Heights back with it. This one off the glass, coast to coast. Count the basket and a foul. Frierson will go to the line and shoot 1. Foul's on Brown. That's his second. Team's third. The basket counts. 34-30 the score. 3:33 remaining, third quarter. Substitutions coming in as Harris comes in. Frierson goes out. No, I'm sorry. Neal goes out. Frierson is at the line, shooting 1. It misses. And we have a player down for Heights, and a tremendous act of sportsmanship by Hoover. We'll talk about it in a minute. Hoover came out of the play to make sure that Kemp was not injured and helped him onto his feet while the ball was at the other end. And that's the kind of sportsmanship I like to see. 34-32 Grizzlies. 3:08 remaining, third quarter. Grizzlies led by 5 at half. There's a putback and an easy lay-in by Palmer. And we're tied at 34. The Grizzlies led by 7 in this quarter. A near steal. Hoover sends it over here to Williams. Into Brown. Brown fakes it. Tried to go up with it. The ball was knocked out of play by Heights. It'll stay with Northwest. Grizzlies have been outscored in this quarter 10-5. Jeremiah Moore put up a long one for 3, didn't go. Brown intercepts the pass. He goes up and he's hammered. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. TJ Williams guilty of the foul. That's his second. Team second as well. Brown is at the line shooting a pair, trying to break the tie. First one for Brown is good. Miller comes back in for the Falcons, replacing Brierson. Second one misses. 1 out of 2, 35-34. Grizzlies lead. Brown has 4 points in the game, all on free throws. He's 4 out of 6 in the game. Back out it comes to Miller. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Neal drives under the paint, dishes it off. And he stepped on the baseline while he was doing it, and it'll turn over to Northwest. 1:58 remaining, 35-34 Grizzlies. They bring it up against the zone. Arndt to Williams, and McGee for 3. Oh, off the heel, no good. And it's rebounded there by Palmer. Here comes Heights back with a chance to take the lead. Around the horn it goes again. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by the Grizzlies, and that ball deflected out of play as Brown went up. It's a good clean block. It'll stay with Northwest. Verbeck comes back in for the Grizzlies, replacing Carson Arndt. In with Verbeck is Hoover, number 1, Brown, number 25, McGee, 11, and Tayshaun Williams. Over the back, no good. Good try there. And we've just given you the 5 on the floor. There's a foul, I believe. It is on DeMarcus Hoover. That's his first. 4th team foul. 1:11 to play, third quarter. Grizzlies lead 35-34. Frierson comes back in, replacing Palmer. Neal will inbound. Gets it in. Back to Neal it comes from Neal along the baseline, gives it to Palmer. Frierson thought about a 3, pulled it back down. Williams almost got a steal out of it, almost got a foul out of it as well. 38 seconds to go now in the third quarter. Heights might consider playing for 1 here. Well, they're not going to do that. And Palmer gets to it, double teamed. Neal to Frierson, puts it up, count it. Frierson gets it, 13 to go for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies trail by 1. McGee for 3. Off the rim, no good. Put back Verbeck, no good. And that's the way the third quarter will end. So at the end of 3 quarters, Grizzlies find themselves down by 1, just like they were at the end of the first quarter. You're watching NWHSGrizz.com, and this is Grizzly Basketball. At Floodman Family Law, they're dedicated exclusively to the resolution of family law disputes. Whether it be divorce, spousal maintenance, paternity, child custody, child support, property division, protection from abuse, or other family law-related matters, they hope that you will give them the opportunity to help you. They're fully committed to zealously representing your interest, and they take pride in fully responding to your questions and concerns quickly, as they understand that divorce and child custody matters can be very trying. They believe that their representation, the support of their excellent and experienced staff, will make this difficult time for you a little less challenging. Check them out at floodmanfamilylaw.com or call for a consultation at 269-1950. Floodman Family Law is a proud supporter of Grizzly basketball on the World Wide Web. Getting set for the fourth quarter here. Heights will inbound to start the fourth quarter, leading by 1. Which Grizzly team will be here in the fourth quarter? This is a game they can certainly take. Palmer. Todrick McGee all over him. And Heights called a timeout after that defense by Todrick McGee. We'll keep it right here for this timeout. We'll tell you that our next webcast, Friday night, girls at 5:50, boys following at 7:10. You have to go to the girls page for one and the boys page for the other at nwhgrizz.com. And our opponent will be the North High Redskins. Now, the boys just played North High last weekend in the Valley Center tournament, coming away as victors in that one, but that was a non-league contest. So it didn't count in the league standings. This one Friday night will, as they have nothing but league games left, 8 of them. They have one game against every team in the City League remaining. Coming out of the timeout, Williams will inbound for the Falcons. He gets it back and over to Neal. Neal has McGee all over him. McGee almost got it. Ended up being deflected out of play and will be inbounded on the far side from us by Frierson. Into Palmer, back to Frierson. Here we go to Neal. Neal to Frierson. Grizzlies playing in what appeared to be a 2-1-2 zone for a moment. Oh, how did that one go in by Williams? Falling down. He takes the shot and goes, and the Grizzlies are now down by 3. Jeremiah Moore to Duncan. To Verbeck. To Moore. Hoover into McGee. Verbeck for 3, and he's short. An alley-oop play doesn't go. It'll stay with the Falcons, however. They call him Braden Verbeck for the foul. That's his first. 5th team foul on the Grizzlies. 6:48 remaining in the fourth quarter, and Palmer's at the line shooting a pair. Off the heel, no good on the first one. A miss here would keep it a one-possession game. And he missed them both. It's a one-possession game. Here comes David Duncan bringing it down the floor. Hoover off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Frierson. Here comes Heights High back with it. Hoover tried to steal it, couldn't get a hand on it. Palmer, Frierson, Miller. 1-3-1 zone here for the Grizzlies. On the far side. Now to the middle for Miller again. 6:13 to go, fourth quarter. Grizzlies down by 3. Neal puts up a 3, short. Rims out, no good. Verbeck with the rebound, gives it to Todrick McGee. McGee splits 2 defenders. Now sends it to Jeremiah Moore. Moore off the glass, no. He went up, got hammered on the way up. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Bronson Frierson gets his second foul of the contest. 3rd team foul. Moore's first free throw is good. He's on the board in the fourth quarter. He's got 15 points. Moore's second one. Rattled out, no good. Makes 1 out of 2. Grizzlies trail 38-36 with 5:50 to go. Kemp puts it into Frierson. He goes up off the glass and count it. Nice basket by Frierson. And the Grizzlies are down by 4. And we have a foul called. We'll see who that's on. Maybe on Frierson. It's on Neal. That's his first. Team's fourth. Common foul. The ball will be inbounded by DeMarcus Hoover. To Duncan. Duncan in the paint, puts it off the glass. Counted and a foul. David Duncan. That's his first field goal since the first quarter. He'll go to the line and try and get 3 points the old-fashioned way. TJ Williams committed the foul. Each team with 5 team fouls. Williams has 3 on his own. And Duncan gets us within 1. 40-39, Heights. Miller to Kemp. Kemp with Duncan on him. Oh, McGee tried to save it and couldn't. Not much they could do about that once it didn't work. They had no options. Palmer gets the easy lay-in. Hoover, yeah, same deal. Great assist by David Duncan to Hoover for the basket. The foul on the play, it's a 3-point try. And Frierson guilty of his 3rd foul. Hoover's free throw is good. 3 in this quarter, 6 in the game for Hoover. Grizzlies tied now with Heights at 42. Pressure being put on by the Grizzlies. They do get it across the timeline. Miller under the basket. Frierson has a shot partially blocked and the ball taken away by McGee. They blow a whistle, and I don't know what they're calling. They called a foul on Frierson, and that's his 4th. And it puts the Grizzlies into the bonus. McGee will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 4:32 remaining, 4th quarter. Grizzlies have the possession arrow. They also have all 5 of their timeouts. Heights has used 3 of theirs. And the Grizzlies have 5 team fouls, and that's the reset. And McGee misses the free throw. Rebounded by the Falcons, and here comes Heights back with a chance to retake the lead. Moore is going to be guilty of a push. Yep. Saw that one coming. Foul called on Jeremiah Moore is his 2nd. It's the 6th team foul, so everybody's shooting free throws the rest of the game. Williams will inbound for the Falcons on the last common foul inbound. Neal to Miller to Kemp to Williams to Miller to Williams. Neal. Nice assist on that 3 and a foul. It's going to be a 4-point play. That's going to be an expensive foul, folks. McGee's 2nd. The shooter was injured on the play, and I did not see who shot that. And looking through my binoculars, I still can't see who that is. Miller is the injured player. Now he has a free throw coming, and they can, if he comes out of the game, they can assign that to anybody. We'll see who gets the honor. And the free throws at the end of the first half, folks, I'm sorry, we never found out what that was about. There was a technical on something. We never found out. And it looks like Frierson is going to shoot the free throw. And he makes it. .354 to go, fourth quarter. Grizzlies trail by 3, 45-42. They have the ball. Both teams are now in the bonus. And the Grizzlies still have the possession arrow. Come on, Todrick, there you go. McGee has 17. Oh, and a wide open lay-in, that time for Palmer. Verbeck out here to Duncan. Nope. I take that back. Moore with it. To McGee, to Duncan, to Verbeck. Over here to Moore. Moore drives the paint off the glass. Left-handed, doesn't go. Rebound goes out of play, and it will turn over to Heights. 47-44. How unlucky can we get? We did everything but put the ball in the hole. 3:05 remaining in the fourth. And we have a timeout being taken on the floor here by Northwest. They're taking their first timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching NWHGrizz.com, and this is Grizzly Basketball. Credit Union of America is a proud sponsor of Grizzly Basketball on the internet. Headquartered in Wichita, Kansas, Credit Union of America was officially chartered on March 6, 1935 as the Wichita City Teachers Credit Union. In 1974, they changed their name to Credit Union of America to reflect a membership that is now open to members across the country. Unlike banks, which are for-profit and whose income goes to a few stockholders, credit unions are not for-profit, and their net income is returned to the members in the form of dividends. Staff of Credit Union of America stands ready to serve you with all of your financial needs. Check them out at cuofamerica.com or call 265-3272 to speak to a friendly representative. Credit Union of America is a proud sponsor of Grizzly Basketball on the World Wide Web. Heights inbounds with 3:04 to go. They bring it down quickly. Palmer with it in the corner. Around the horn it goes. Miller has it now in the top of the key. On the near side to Neal. A.J. Neal has Duncan in front of him. Passes it off to Williams. Now back to Miller on the far side. Palmer to Neal. To Williams. And they're content. Grizzlies in a 2-3 zone. Kemp trying to break it. Can't. Dishes it out to Neal. And back to Miller. And now we have a whistle away from the ball. Verbeck guilty of his second foul. It will put Miller at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded there by Palmer. That lad is tall. We don't have the heights for the, no pun intended, we have no height information for the Heights players. But he's a big guy. Timeout's been taken by the Grizzlies. Are you considering remodeling a job at home? Do you either your kitchen, bathroom, or den need a new countertop? Well, we ask you to consider Keystone Solid Surfaces. They are the premier fabricator and installer of quartz and granite products. Make your kitchen a showplace with a granite countertop or food preparation island. Your master bath can be a place of pride with a quartz countertop and sink basin. Keystone Solid Services offers the highest quality quartz available through Cambria, while granite services are available through MS International. Both are available in a wide variety of patterns and colors. Check out Keystone Solid Services yourself at their website, KeystoneSolidServices.com, or call them at 778-1566. Neal's first free throw is good. He'll get the bonus. He's short on the second one. Palmer gets it, sends it right back to Neal. Miller with it now. Palmer, they're beating us with height at the moment. Miller on the far side to Neal. Now into the corner to Palmer. Back out to Miller. Miller to Williams. Everybody's touching the ball for Heights, and we can't get a foul. And finally, David Duncan slaps him on the keister and draws the foul. That is David Duncan's fourth foul, and that puts Heights in the double bonus. So Neal will be shooting a pair. 1:34 to go in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies down 48-44 at the moment. Neal's first one is good. And he makes them both. A 6-point deficit. 1:30 to go in the fourth. Grizzlies need to score and score quickly and then play some defense. Get in there. There it goes. Jeremiah Moore puts it in, draws a foul. He'll go to the line and shoot one. And is this free throw big or what? Foul, by the way, was charged to Miller. That's his third. And he makes the free throw. Timeout is called, I believe, by Northwest. We'll give you the game reset here. 1:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies trail 50-47. They have the possession arrow in their favor. Heights is in the double bonus. Northwest is in the bonus. And each team has 2 timeouts remaining. And that is that's your game summary. Grizzlies have 86 seconds to make up a 3-point deficit. And this is doable, folks. These are 2 pretty evenly matched teams, which I think we've said before. Palmer with an easy lay-in. Pardon me, I choked on a drink. And now a turnover. David, be right back. David Duncan is fouled out. We have Kemp rather at the line shooting a pair. And the first one misses. Well, they cannot they cannot make it a 3-possession game on this one. Missed them both. Hoover rebounds. 1:06 to go. Grizzlies down by 5, 52-47. McGee to Verbeck. We need to score quickly, boys. Verbeck puts it up, it doesn't go, and he's fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Fouls on A.J. Neal. That's his second. That's the 9th team foul. So we're shooting 2 free throws every time now until this is over. 54 seconds remaining. First one is good. And believe it or not, folks, unofficially, that's Braden Verbeck's first point of the night. He misses the second. Loose ball on the floor. Todrick McGee falls on it, and a timeout taken by Northwest to save the possession, and a good use of a timeout there. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 51 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. 52-48. Grizzlies down by 2 scores. On the floor, Hoover, Moore, McGee, Williams, and Verbeck. Your 5 on the floor for the last minute. Verbeck gets it. Dribbles, spins, puts it up, doesn't go. Rebound is going to go to the Falcons. And are we going to foul? Yes, we are. Oh, the Falcons call a timeout to save the possession. And this will be a full timeout. We'll take a break from the action. You're watching NWHSGrizz.com, and this is Grizzly Basketball. Grizzly Basketball on the internet is brought to you in part by Andrews Cleaning Service, owned and operated by Andrew Dillon. They offer residential cleaning, apartment cleaning, commercial cleaning services, deep cleaning, construction and remodel cleanup, carpet cleaning, and much more. Whether it be a one-time cleanup job or a regular service scheduled weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, Andrews Cleaning Service is ready to take care of your cleaning needs. They serve the greater Wichita metro area, including Derby, Hayesville, Mays, Goddard, and Valley Center. Check them out on the web at wichitacleaningservice.com or give Andrew a call for an estimate at 712-3883, 712-3883. We thank Andrews Cleaning Service for their support of Grizzly Basketball on the World Wide Web. A.J. Neal will inbound for the Falcons, and it's stolen by Hoover. Just what we needed. Hoover, lay it in. There it is. And we have a foul called. They don't count the basket. Well, that's unfortunate. But he does get to shoot a pair. He makes the first one. Even so, that's still unfortunate because we could have had a 3-point play out of it. Get in there. Hoover makes them both. Carson Arndt comes in, replacing Williams. Pressure being put on the inbound and a foul. I think it's going to be charged to Hoover. It is on DeMarcus Hoover. That's only his second foul. Sends Frierson to the lane, to the free throw line, to shoot a pair. If he makes them both, it's a 2-possession game with 34 to go. That first one looked pretty good. Nothing but net. And he makes them both. It's a two-possession game, 54-50. Moore drives the lane, puts it up quickly, off the glass, count it. Moore has had one heck of a game. Timeout being taken here by Northwest. 27 seconds to go. The Grizzlies down by a pair. Plenty of time left in this one to get it tied or take the lead. We'll do a quick game reset here for you. I already told you 27 seconds remaining. 54-52 the score. Both teams are in the double bonus. Grizzlies have no more timeouts. Heights has one. And the possession arrow favors the Grizzlies. And that's your game reset. We'll see who comes back out on the floor for Northwest here in the late going. It'll be Hoover, Moore, Verbeck, Williams, and McGee. And again, David Duncan has already fouled out, so he is disqualified tonight. A.J. Neal to inbound. Loose ball is picked up, and then we have a foul. Yes, we had a foul instantly on the play. It's on Braden Verbeck. That's his third. Frierson at the line again, and he has been automatic from the stripe. Makes the first one. That's 4 free throws he's made in the last 2 minutes. Carson Arndt in the game for Williams. Well, he made them both. And it's a two-possession game with 25 seconds to go in the fourth. Now they really have to get it up. And there's a whistle. Boy, somebody got hammered there. Everybody gets up. Moore will go to the line and shoot a pair. Tyron Miller picked up his fourth foul. There's 20.6 remaining as Jeremiah Moore makes the first one. Get in there. Boy, we really needed that one. A jump ball called, a possession arrow. Favors Northwest. This is what we needed. Williams comes in for Arndt. Come on, come on. Verbeck has it. It's going to have to be a three. And I think we have a foul away from the ball called on Todrick McGee. That's his fourth. They called it a player control foul. Verbeck had no option but to foul. And he picks up his fourth. And again, Frierson will go to the line. They're following the wrong guy. Frierson will go to the line. He only needs to make one to make it a two-possession game with 10 seconds left. He missed. All of the Falcons players fall back on defense. Frierson's second shot is good. He makes 1 out of 2. It's a 2-possession game. Moore for 3 is short, and it's rebounded by Heights, and that will do it. They let it run out, and we are final. Final score tonight, Heights 57 and the Grizzlies 53. We'll keep it right here. We're going to wrap this up here for you. I'll give you the quick highlights scoring-wise and tell you what's up for Friday night. First of all, for the Heights Falcons, Frierson has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 points for Frierson, including 6 free throws down the stretch. A.J. Neal had 5, 9, 12 points. Miller had 6. Harris had 5. Kemp with 6. 4 points for Williams. And 8 points for Palmer, including 6 in the, I take that back, 10 points for Palmer, including 6 in the fourth quarter. For the Grizzlies, DeMarcus Hoover with 3, 6, 8 points in the contest. Jeremiah Moore led all scorers. He had 23 points all told tonight. David Duncan, before he fouled out, had 7 points. McGee with 6. Williams with 2. Verbeck had 1. Kevin Brown with 4, all on free throws. And Ethan Yandel had 3 points. He scored the first 3 points of the game on a three-pointer and then never scored after that. And the final score again, Grizzlies fall tonight 57-53. They fall to 8-5, and Heights improves to 9-5. Friday night we're on the air at 5:50 with the girls contest against the North High Redskins right here from Northwest. Boys will follow at approximately 7:15 with our pregame extravaganza in between. So we invite you to join us for the contests Friday night on NWHSGrizz.com. For our executive producer, Shane Monroe. Shane, great job on the pictures, buddy. Thank you very much. I'm Kevin Arkin, once again saying Grizzlies fall 57-53. We'll see you Friday night from Northwest. Have a pleasant good evening.